Babcock to Toronto. How'd this deal come together?
Well, this is akin to the Leafs jumping off the top rope at the 11th hour and really making a push late yesterday with a massive offer. Now, the Buffalo Sabres offered a lot of money as well, and I think they're probably stunned right now. The San Jose Sharks were informed last night that they were out. So it really came down to Buffalo or Toronto if he was going to leave Detroit. I can tell you it was a very emotional decision for Mike Babcock. He has so much respect for the Red Wings organization, for the owner Mike Ilitch, and obviously for GM Ken Holland. Very emotional for him to let them know today that he was leaving. And then it came down to Buffalo or Toronto, and at the end of the day, an original 6 team in Toronto, an incredible challenge. This is a bad hockey team, which has a long road ahead. But for Mike Babcock, I think he was looking for something to sort of renew his career, a new challenge after 10 years in Detroit. And boy, is he getting it in Toronto, because this team isn't close to winning. But a lot of money. Let's not discard that factor. A record contract in the history of the NHL for a head coach, and certainly a chance to come and coaching Canada, which he had never done before in the NHL, having coached in Anaheim and Detroit.
I want to pick up on something you just mentioned, Pierre, calling it a new challenge after that decade in Detroit. If you could expand on that, what exactly is he going to get out of this move to Toronto that really made the move from Detroit something he felt like he needed to do?
Well, look at it this way. I mean, in Detroit, he essentially replaced Scotty Bowman. I mean, Dave Lewis was there briefly, but basically the baton went from the greatest coach ever, Scotty Bowman, to Mike Babcock, and Mike Babcock had a lot of success. But there's always that sense of, you know, he didn't win as many cups as Scotty Bowman in Detroit. This will be his own legacy in Toronto. He won't be compared to anyone. They've been terrible for 10 years. He gets to start something new with his own name on it. And if the Leafs can ever win a Stanley Cup with Mike Babcock for the first time since 1967, he will be a legend forever in the biggest hockey market in the National Hockey League. And don't discount that part in all of this. Mike Babcock loves a challenge, a 2-time Olympic champion, coach with a lot of pressure when you coach Team Canada, loves pressure, rises up to it, and boy, does he have pressure now landing this gig in Toronto.